Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jess and this is Amy, and today we're going to be talking about dating flags, or red flags, or green flags, just the flags that people fly that suggest whether or not you should date them.
Yeah, I've definitely got some like really particular ones that are.
You have some very specific ones.
I think, there's the basic, obviously, like red flags are, they suck.
Yeah, there's the obvious
like green flag, they don't suck. Like there's the basic
the standards.
things.
The standard.
Basic, I feel like everyone, it should be red flag if you're rude to like service workers.
That's my top one. That's my absolute top one. I mean, why do you what do you have, a superiority complex that you're going to be rude to service workers? They're people trying to do their jobs. Like, treat them with respect. And people who don't tip.
Mm-hmm.
At least if you live in North America. It's different if you live in Europe, I get that.
Yeah.
But here in North America, like, people live off those tips. They don't make very much money. It is your responsibility to tip, whether you agree with it or not. That's the reality of the situation.
I hate when I went on a date with this guy, and at the end of the meal he was like, that took forever, and like, the food wasn't even all that good, like, I'm not gonna tip. And I was like, oh no. Like, even if it takes forever, like, that's when you give them like bare minimum tip, but you should still tip.
But you have to remember, like, how long the food takes has nothing to do with your server.
Yep.
It has everything to do with the kitchen. So, like, your server might have taken your order, put it in right away, got it all right, brought it to you as soon as it was ready, and it still might have taken forever. And that's not their fault. That's the kitchen's fault. And so it's, like, unfair in that scenario to tip them crappy because it took too long. I understand if your service is bad, like, if they're rude to you, if everything's wrong, if they're just, like, impolite in general. I understand not tipping very well for that. But if they've done everything they can, they deserve a decent tip.
I have only ever once not tipped in my whole life. And it was the first time that I'd ever gone to a restaurant and paid, like, by myself. Usually it was, like, like parents or whatever. And it was the first time that I'd gone by myself. And I had hit the button and then paid for it, left, and went, wait, why didn't it give me an option to tip? Did I not tip? And then I to this day think about it and feel bad about it. To this day, I'm like, I accidentally did tip.
You should feel bad.
I'm a bad person. It's fine.
If you can't tell, I used to be a bartender / server. I still do events bartending, so I'm really passionate about people, like, treating their servers well and tipping properly when you get good service. I'm a really good bartender. I'm a really good server, and I usually make really good money, but, if they're doing a good job, you should give them a good tip.
Absolutely. Another basic, like, red flag that I think everybody should have is if they are rude to animals.
Oh yeah, if you're not going to treat an animal right. And I also think it's a red flag for me, anybody who's never owned an animal.
Fair.
Like, if you've just never owned an animal, I feel like there's a type of responsibility that comes with owning an animal that if you've never owned an animal, how responsible can you actually be?
I also have an animal related red flag, but I don't trust men who have a husky. Like, single men who have a husky.
That one I don't get.
I've met a lot of husky dads, and they suck. They're awful. They're like, they make going on a hike their personality. And they're like, yeah, me and my dog, we're best friends. We go for it. But, like, it's just all that they can talk about.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what's weird, though, is sort of the opposite of that, where they have their pet all in their bio, but then when you ask them about their pet, they don't, like, tell you anything about their pet. They're just like, oh, his name is Leo, and then that's it. That's all they give you. And you're like, no, but, like, I want to know about your pet. Tell me something interesting about your pet. Send me pictures of your pet in a funny outfit. Like, there has to be something you can send to me.
Always accept a pet picture.
Yeah.
It can be not related to the conversation. We can be talking about something else, and you're like, oh, look, my dog's doing something cute. Take a picture and send it to me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because I feel like if your pet is all in your bio, but then when I ask you about your pet, you have nothing to say, that's not really your pet. Like, you don't care about that animal that much. You're just using it as a ploy to get my attention because you know that, women like pets. Speaking of, Dean keeps coming in and out of this video.
So you might see him. You might see his butt.
You saw his butt earlier. He's being very needy right now, so he might be back.
Don't be alarmed.
He's just off screen, off to this side.
I've got my iPad here with my other red flags. I have a lot of them on here. Oh, another weird and particular one. If your name is Chance. I don't know why.
That's so
It really bothers me.
It's so hyper specific if your name is Chance. Sorry everyone named Chance, but you're not dating Amy.
Nope. Also, if they have the same name as your like siblings or parents.
Yeah, that's weird. It is weird if they have the same name as your siblings or parents, or your exes. If they have your ex's name as
dated
well.
someone that had the same name as my best friend, and it was so awkward. And actually, I got into a couple like weird situations because I was like, "Oh yeah, no, Shannon's upstairs," and people thought I was talking about my ex, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were at that point." And I was like, "No, other person. We're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're okay." But yeah, no names. I don't know. I also don't think I have any green flag names.
No, I feel like there's a lot of red flag names. Like something about the name Kyle.
Yeah.
Something about the name Kyle.
Oh sure, but I'm weird for Chance.
I've never met anybody named Chance, though. I've only ever met animals named Chance. I've never met a human being whose name was Chance.
I've also never met a good animal named Chance either, though.
That's only because we worked in an animal shelter, and the only time we ever named them that was when they had a slim chance.
Yeah.
And they never made it. And so...
I met a Chance dog growing up, and he sucked.
Oh, that's fair.
He would, like, attack children in the neighborhood.
That's brutal. That's not what you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, green flags that are weird in particular for me, being Canadian. If you know all the words to the Good Old Hockey song, we're like,
that's a good
that's
one.
a vibe. Absolutely.
That's a good one.
You get bonus points. Go for it.
Okay. You know what another red flag is for me is when their parents pay any of their bills. Any
Fair.
of them at all. Even if it's just like, oh, my parents pay my cell phone bill because I'm on their plan. Nah, man, you should probably be paying them. Like, yeah, be on their plan because it gets you a discount. I'm not saying turn down a discount. Be on their plan, get that discount. But you should probably be sending them money every month.
Oh, yeah.
The only time I think it's acceptable is if you're like, oh, I use my parents' Netflix.
I was just about to say that. I was like, the only time is like
Yeah.
subscriptions.
Subscription, streaming services. If you're just like, oh, well, my parents pay for Netflix and Disney Plus and I just use that, then yeah, I mean, use the
Why
shit out of
not?
that. Why not? Why would everybody have their own Netflix account? That's
Right?
just a waste of money.
I'm on my family's Spotify account.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
why am
I
I
don't
going
pay
to
for
spend a bunch of
Spotify.
money? Like, on the family plan, you get something stupid like 8 profiles.
Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't I use that?
Yeah. So I don't pay for my own Spotify. Or Disney Plus. Or Amazon Prime.
I pay for Prime for my family, but then they pay for Netflix. So we like share.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh wait, hold on. I had another one on my list. Oh, this one, and I know you agree with this. Huge red flag. If you say that your favorite villain is the Joker and you're looking for your Harley Quinn, shut up. That's the grossest thing in the world.
That's disgusting.
That's literally, it's an abusive relationship. Don't.
I just feel like the entire Joker thing is cringe.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not talking about looking for your Harley Quinn, even if you're just, like, there was nothing that will make me dry up faster than if you have that Joker face
I went to high
tattooed
school with
on
a
your
guy who
hand,
does.
and you do that, ugh, that's gross. I hate that.
Went to high school. He has like 6 or 7 Joker themed tattoos. He's got like the hand. He has like the ha-ha-ha's all up his arm in the red ink. I'm like, oh my god.
No, won't do it. Have you ever seen, it's a little bit old, it's an old meme now, but the Jokers on TikTok? The TikTok Jokers?
Maybe.
Oh, guys, if you've never seen this and you want to cringe your face off, Danny Gonzalez has a YouTube video about it, and it's amazing. It's the cringiest thing I've ever seen. You have to watch it. We will watch it after.
Deal. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's the Joker, baby.
Oh, God.
I hated that.
Can't deal with it. Cannot deal with it.
Mm-mm.
It's terrible.
And honestly, there's also like just better Batman villains. Like even to that particular, like if you have to have a Batman villain, there's a million good options if you choose the Joker. yuck,
Yeah.
disgusting, gross.
Absolutely,
Ick.
100% agree. Let us know if you agree, because the Joker is just one of those ones that's like really divisive. You either love him or you're like, ugh, cringe. And it used to be cool, like back in the day with The Dark Knight. That was a great movie.
I think that's different. You could be like, wow, that was a really good character and portrayal of that, and not like idolize the character.
Yeah, I guess
I
that's
think
fair.
that like that Joker is amazing.
So good.
So good, an amazing performance. I love watching it. There's I think it's the Gotham TV show. There's a character that he's not the Joker because they couldn't get like the
The rights
licensing.
to it, yeah.
But again, so good. And I think that the Joker as a character can be interesting to like watch and to play. But it should never be anyone's favorite.
It shouldn't be your personality.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Actually, honestly, any one thing being your entire personality is a big red flag to me.
Yeah.
Like if there's just one thing in your life that's your whole entire personality, that's a red flag. You should have a well-rounded personality. You should have many likes and many interests that make up who you are, not just like being the hockey guy. Because like I love hockey. Don't be that guy. Or the guy with the big fish. You know, on dating profiles, there's always that guy who's just holding a really big fish and his whole life is fishing. Like, love what you love, but don't make it your whole personality.
That being said, if you have a boat that you'll take me out on, your personality can be fishing. That's fine. I'll go with you. If you'll take me on a boat, I don't care.
As long as I get to go on a boat.
Listen, all flags have a little bit of wiggle room. Are you a millionaire and you're going to give me a bunch of money for no reason? You know what? You can love the Joker. It's fine.
Yeah,
Obviously, I have
I get
very
that.
important standards.
I get that. I can see where that, yeah.
You know, it is
That
what it
changes
is,
things.
dude.
That changes things.
Also, oh, and I've talked about this. I'm a heavily tattooed person. I think if you're heavily tattooed and you don't have any bad tattoos, or any like, even like you could have covered them up or something, but I feel like in the community of like being heavily tattooed and stuff, you kind of, it's about like a respect level of like, okay, you've kind of seen the shit and you found something that's like good and now you know where to spend your money. If all your tattoos are bad, red flag.
Yeah.
Like I like to
Because
see
you
the
have,
journey.
you have no self-control if all your tattoos are bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You just do things without thinking about them, and that's how you end up with exclusively bad tattoos.
And I feel like by like a bad tattoo, I don't necessarily mean poorly done. Sometimes I mean poorly done, but sometimes I just mean like stupid.
Yeah.
Like I think you should have a stupid tattoo. If you're covered in tattoos and you don't have one tattoo that's a little funny, I don't trust you. It's a red
That's
flag.
fair.
I think
That's fair.
you gotta have a little bit of like levity. I'm a huge green flag for me is like whimsy. Whimsy. There you go. That's all I want.
I like whimsy. I can get on board with whimsy.
Also, people whose their dad is their hero. I love that shit.
That's nice. That is
I
nice.
find that a green flag.
But you know what? Another red flag is a guy who's
You're
too into
so
his
negative.
a guy who's too into his mom.
That's fair.
A guy who is too into his mom. There's something about that just suggests that now I have to be your mom, and I don't want to be your mom.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be partners. It's supposed to be sharing and caring, not me cleaning up your messes and having to do everything for you and bleh.
Very fair.
Yeah, guys who are obsessed with their moms, not good.
No. And like, for me, it's also though, same with women who are like too close to their mom, also low-key a red flag.
Is it?
Because a lot of the times, like in my experience at least, that those are not like good relationships. A lot of the time, like women are like, oh yeah, my mom is my best friend, who I love my mom. I love my mom. I love hanging out with my mom. All good. But to say that your mom's your best friend means that you don't have any other like adult female friendships.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I feel like if you say either of your parents is your best friend, it's like then you don't have friends. Like you can love your parents, but I think calling them your best friend means that you don't have any actual friends.
Yeah, that's fair. I think a green flag though is if you're really close with your siblings.
Yes.
Because growing up with siblings is like a war zone But to grow up and still be friends with those siblings, like my younger brother is one of my best friends. I absolutely
Same.
love that kid. I could spend so much time with him. We lived together for a while. Like he's so much fun. And I was so mean to him growing up.
Oh yeah.
I was so mean to him. I used to torment that kid when we were growing up. But to like come out the other side and still be close friends, I think is a really green flag because it says something about your ability to like reshape relationships.
Mm-hmm. And like deal with all of that bullshit and still come out like loving each other on the other side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My brother is also one of my best friends. I love that kid so much. And we used to like hit each other with golf clubs.
Oh yeah, my brother and I, we used to fight. It was bad. It was real bad.
I've got scars from that kid, you know? Like that's
Yeah. See, I have green flags. I have more red flags than I do green flags.
It's easier to point out things that are cringe than things that are good.
Yeah, it is. It's way
just like as a human.
Yeah. Green flag for me, I like an outdoorsy person.
Fair.
I like to be out in nature, hiking, camping, canoeing, that kind of stuff. So, but that's a personal green flag. That's not necessarily a for everyone green flag. If you're a city person who doesn't like nature, then maybe you're not looking for somebody else who likes nature.
Fair.
But I think it should be a green flag for everybody because if you are a city person that's not into nature, maybe they can like open up a new world for you.
Fair. Yeah, I think another green flag is like people who are just passionate. I don't care what you're passionate about. I love when somebody just like cares about something, which is like a crazy thing to say because like you should care about stuff. That's being a human. But like when you're like, oh yeah, no, go ahead, info dump, and they're like awesome, and their eyes light up, and they just like talk about all of these things, and you're like, I like that. I love just like watching people be excited about stuff.
That's cute. What else we got?
I think that's like all that I can think of. I think that's all that's on my list.
That's the main ones. That's the main red and green flags, my friends.
Oh, here's another one that's actually very important, incredibly important. It's a red flag to me if the first playthrough of a video game you choose to be evil and like do all the mean interactions.
I don't know why, but that is for me too.
Like you can do it the second playthrough, go ahead, be mean, I don't care, whatever. But the first time that you play through it, if you're a dick right away, nah.
Yeah, that's fair. And then I think the main red flag for me, if you're dating men, is fragile masculinity. We talked about this in our one video where we talked about my Tinder date, where he couldn't handle me paying for the movies, and then I like emasculated him by paying for the movies. How fragile are you? How fragile are you in your masculinity that me paying for a movie is a major issue for you?
Literally though. Like, just the biggest green flag, communication. I feel like that fixes all of it. Just communication is all we want.
Communication is the key to a good relationship. It really is. Open and honest communication, being able to talk about your feelings and not get into a huge fight about it, or even get into a fight about it, but then communicate your way through that fight.
I think
that's the key to a good relationship.
Right? Fighting can be healthy. I don't think
fighting is healthy. Anyone who tells you that you should never fight with your partner is not giving you good advice.
You should never feel threatened by your partner.
You should never feel threatened by your partner.
But I don't.
And you shouldn't fight all the time.
No.
Like if you're fighting every single day, then that's its own issue. But it's unhealthy to just never fight with your significant other. You're two different people coming together to create a relationship. Like, it's natural and normal to fight now and again. And even it's normal to have huge blowout fights every once in a while.
Yeah.
But the important thing is that you can communicate your way through them and be better on the other side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just talk about your feelings, guys. That's...
Everyone should be able to share their feelings.
Do you still have the ghost or did you put it back?
Alright, so today's shout out is to @SpookySlime. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate you. And we're going to add you up here to our specters with everybody else. But for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching this video when there's so many videos out there for you to watch. And we appreciate you subscribing, liking, and commenting down below.
Yeah, let us know your red and green flags. Have a great one, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Stop it.